Hello. What's going on? Oh my days. I'm back. Random. I am back. Oh, blimey. This feels very weird. I am here. Woo. Cool, blimey. Hello? Wow, it's been a while since I've done this. I look so weird on camera though. It's like, oh, I don't know. But yeah. Welcome. My name is Shane. Welcome to audaCore. It's my YouTube channel for all of my, music game remixes and stuff. I'm also multi-streaming on Twitch on S2K30. And yeah, this is a complete test. I wanted to see if I could multi-stream on Twitch as well as YouTube. So yeah, I'm just here. I haven't done this for a while. And I'm back after probably 6 months away. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done any sort of upload on the channel. Very sorry if, you was expecting something for the past 6 months at least. But I had to go away and do a few things. I was very demotivated around April time. So April time was a really messed up kind of feeling I had. I actually went to I actually wanted to study sound engineering, and due to a few hiccups here and there, I never got to do the course. So, like, after a couple of months after all of that happened, um, I had to do a bit of soul searching, um, get life back on track, and get into the mind frame where I could actually like come out with some really good quality remixes, or you know, stuff that's, you know, like my own kind of music kind of thing. But my own kind of music is a bit like, ugh, it's just, I'm doing like ideas after ideas after ideas, and it's not coming to fruition whatsoever. I'm not finishing music well. My skills has lowered. Um, but yeah, over the last couple of months, it's been quite hard. Just trying to sort life out, and basically my channel is pretty much neglected. um, but I I want to, you know, revive the corpse, so to speak. I need to, you know, get the stick and sort of like, you know. But yeah, this is the first time I'm showing my face. Well, my face properly on YouTube. So hello, if you've subscribed for a long time, this is me in the flesh. As you can see, yeah, I kind of busted my skin hair after I was like shaving. I was like, so don't mind the plaster. I'm I'm old dirty millennial mode right now. um, but yeah, I just wanted to stream today, to let you know what's going on with the channel. So over the past year, like my output's been dwindling quite a lot. My remixes was getting a bit stale, and I remember one time, like I was wanting to sort of like, you know, move away from being solely Sonic the Hedgehog related content, because I felt like, you know, like it would stifle my channel to only be about Sonic stuff, and I wanted to pivot away from that. But as time went on, I'm there thinking to myself, like, you know, the Sonic remixes served so well for me and stuff, so I'm gonna continue making those 100%. I actually have one literally on the back burner, like a remix that I'm going to put out in the near future. But I'm keeping it close to my heart because, you know, I want to get a nice buffer of songs that I could upload regularly. So gonna have to wait for that one. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do with the channel to try and revive it, and, you know, get some traffic coming inside the channel, obviously make the content, make the remixes. If you want a remix that you would like to hear in the style of liquid drum and bass, atmospheric drum and bass, classic house, trance. Oh, I've been learning trance, yes. But if you want those kind of remixes done, you could always comment on the videos and let me know what you want. And yeah, it's you know, it's a test for me, because, you know, I want to test my skills with the music that you lot lay in front of me, or how I feel I want to, you know, if I feel like I want to do a particular song that just crossed my mind, I'll just, you know, brainstorm and, you know, get some remixes going for the channel again. What I'm gonna do with the channel also is to purge quite a few songs and unlist a few songs that's not doing well. And the main culprits I'm going to do, which kind of like destroyed the algorithm on my channel, is my Sonic Retro Mix album. The Sonic Retro Mix album, I uploaded it too hastily, and so like it never got traction with each video. So basically, each video had a very low view count, and yeah, it pretty much like, you know, buried my channel to oblivion. So trying to revive a dead horse is going to be a bit, you know, but who knows? It's like whatever. Like at the end of the day, I just want to be happy with the content that I'm making, and hopefully it will, like the soul I put into it and the expression I want to give out on interpretations of music that I love. I want to put that out into the world, because I am a very closed person. So I just like, I wanna how should I put this? Like, I want to present myself to the world, put myself out there, put my remixes and music out there, and see if anyone would like it, really. And if I could get any success from it, then I'll be very grateful, you know. Been doing this for a very long time. Like, I've been doing like DJing and beat matching and all that sort of stuff for about 15 years, and only got into remixing like 10 years maybe, but not properly until I started making my YouTube channel, which was like 3 to 4 years ago. And I see, when I started doing my channel, I see certain like channels that was around at the same time of Sonic Frontiers, like literally blown up now because of their content, and I want to wish them congrats. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like one channel that was like that kept an eye on mine when it came to Sonic Frontiers content was Miles Workshop, and I think he hit 10k subs the other day. So I want to say big congrats, you deserve it. All of your remixes are really cool. I've been keeping tabs. I've been in the background. I was the fly on the wall, so to speak. So congrats, and you know, wish nothing but the best for you. And yeah, I wanna, you know, hopefully I could bring the same kind of success to my channel if I put in the hard time, the hard work, and see how it goes, you know. Yeah, as for the channel, yeah, I said I'm going to purge quite a few videos that's not doing well. Algorithmically, oh god, English. So I'm gonna cut down and then sort of like, yeah, just streamline everything. Also, I'm redoing all the thumbnails. I'm just in Photoshop literally like a second ago, just trying to figure out, like, you know, how I'm gonna do things. But thumbnails is a pretty big one, so hopefully that will come out very well. And also, I need to bring more traffic in, so I'm going to be wanting to do YouTube Shorts also, just to promote the music that I'm going to put out in the future. and promote all the songs that's still on the channel. I haven't really touched shorts that much, so that's going to be very interesting. And also, I have set up a TikTok account where I'm going to post the same as the YouTube shorts. Hopefully, bring them onto the page, bring in more people, and have a community of people around. It would be nice to talk to all of you lot and let me know what you want to hear or what you want to listen to. And with that said, I want to do a Discord channel as well. So it's all coming up. But I wanted to say all of this before Christmas, at least to hold myself accountable, just to say I now laid out my goal, and this is what I'm going to do, and hopefully, it could come to fruition somehow, Give me 1 second. Also, I needed to set up my OBS and everything, so it's So yeah, this is why I'm doing the stream now. It's not going to be very long. And yeah, I just wanted to learn, well, not learn, but I wanted to configure the back end. So I got the Twitch stream running, I got the YouTube channel running, so I could stream at both the same time. Also, I am going to switch, eventually I'm going to switch my Twitch username. My Twitch username is currently S2K Teddy, but oh snap, Nirvanos, how do you do? Hope you're good, man. Yeah, I am going to switch my YouTube, not my YouTube, my Twitch handle to S2K audaCore. Maybe in the next few weeks, who knows? Are you feeling good? How am I feeling? I'm feeling all right, man. It's been a while since I've been streaming, and plus, I'm actually multi-streaming on YouTube right now on my music, my remix music channel kind of thing. So I'm actually testing out my multi-stream. So, yeah. The hardest part is actually press the stream button to actually do it, because usually when I come home from work or whatever, I'm just too tired to do anything, and I'm like, oh, it's really daunting. My head feels like a lead weight, and then I just end up going and sleep, and then nothing just happens, nothing just gets done. So you slept? Oh, I very much appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, check it out, man. But I was just laying out the details of my of the future of my channel, because I actually haven't uploaded anything on my channel for about 6 months or something at this point. But yeah, hopefully I could play some games also on there, just to get some inspiration, some musical inspiration. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to switch out the thumbnails, Persia view videos, and then try and set up a community somehow. Start basically from scratch, they're always very challenging creating content. Yeah, you know how it is, man. I've been doing my remix streams. I mean, not remix streams, my remixes in general for quite a few years now. And, just putting it out there, the fear of just putting it out there and actually like making it available to people, that's, it's very time consuming, and me getting on with my old self, but you're never too old to start, right? um like you've seen me doing when I'm in FPC. Like, I've been, grinding. I've been like taking care of my health stuff, like health issues, my weight loss journey. That I needed to do before I could do anything else, if you get what I mean. Um, if there's anything that you could actually control um, in life, it's your health. So I needed a couple of months for my health, and then, you know, just, try and, um, yeah, just get on the right path. Yeah, health comes first, man. Like, I had to keep saying that to me, and it's the hardest thing to do is to actually take action, you know? So, yeah, taking action. My health is at a point where I'm like, I'm ready to move on a bit, I'm happy where I'm at, and I could move forward to my next goal. And next year is all about my musical journey. So, yes. Yeah. Yeah. How's Suiza? I can speak a tiny bit of Korean. um, but yeah. So I have been doing a Sonic remix lately. I'm not going to reveal what it is because I want to keep that a secret. But as you can see, I'm in Ableton Live right now, and I actually just ended up wanting to stream anyways because I'm like, I'm doing this, and I thought, I might as well just stream it and see, you know. Sonic tunes are always quality. Looking forward to it. Yeah, man. Like, I've got a bunch of them on my channel right now. You could listen to them right now. I actually do have a Sonic retro mix album that you could actually download for free. Uh, Literally in one of the descriptions. Like, if you find the video, it's in one of the descriptions, and then you could download the whole thing in for free. MP3 or FLAC file types. Give it a listen if you want. Yeah, man. Uh, it's like a compilation of all my better remixes all in one package, and like I remastered them just for this album and stuff. But ironically, it was the thing that pretty much tanked my channel. It tanked my channel because, the way I was uploading them, it wasn't like giving them time to breathe. So, you know, and plus I do have other versions that's pretty much the same on the channel. So, um, well, the same but different, and mastered differently as time goes along. Um, but I think the best thing is like the quality of my remixes. That I could sense the quality like over the years, like since I've understanding quite a few things now. My remixes sound better to me. Obviously, like there's a lot of improvements that I could make. Um, Whenever I listen to my old stuff, it feels very flat. There's no dynamics. The bass is weak. Um, it feels just flat. Every time I'm listening on another system, on different headphones, even though I actually like soundtrack all of these, it still feels flat compared to whatever. My mixes are probably muddied. I don't play around enough with the stereo field, so it's all converged into one position. It feels odd. So I've got a lot of like, you know, um learning to do, but I've gained quite a bit of knowledge over the years, you know. But also what I want to do is like sometimes I could come and, you know, multi-stream on YouTube and, you know, just explain the type of things I'm doing, or, you know, giving out knowledge that I know works, you know. You know, a lot of people say the algorithm determines a lot of things, but the way we upload is also, yeah, that's it. That's it. Like the way I uploaded that album literally killed my channel, I think. Like literally. Like I was doing it all in one go, and I didn't give time, like I didn't do it in, like, you know, in music terms they call it the waterfall method, whereas you upload one song in an album, and then you upload another song 1 week later, and then 1 week later, and then it converges into a full album. And because I didn't do that, I should have done that. It basically tanked the algorithm, because it thinks that, you know, my low view count is what it actually is, so it doesn't push it out. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm like, yeah, you know. But I'm gonna try and revive this dead horse of a channel and see how it goes. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to do YouTube Shorts also, and I'm going to upload YouTube Shorts with TikTok also. I want to do like a stream on TikTok as well. I need to see if I could get a stream key for a TikTok or whatever, but my TikTok I never actually used it, so I'm like, I have an account on there, but it's like I never used it, so I'm like, oh, I should. I'm too millennial, man. I'm like, damn. But yeah, like, yeah, I've been doing this remix right now. Actually, I've only did this in probably like one day. But it's like, because the new Mega Man like game got announced, I just thought, why not do Dr. Wily's Castle? No, I'm in the mood for Dr. Wily's Castle, so I just wanna, you know, preface the video with what I'm up to, and then probably leave it like that. Maybe give some insight into my thinking of what to do and everything. And I could just give a little preview. Like, basically my bass is completely flat. You won't be able to hear it unless you have speakers, like headphones on, because it's like pure sub bass, really. It's in the conception stage. It's like it's nowhere. It's like 20% done, pretty much. It's semi-mixed. It's okay for what it is. Like, there's no air candy also, so it's just bare bones. But yeah, let's bring it in over here, and then yeah, this is what it sounds like so far. Yeah. Let me know if the audio is okay. I'll bring it down a tiny bit. So this is the, okay, audio is good, nice. Okay. So yeah, like, I'm just doing concepts right now. Normally I like doing drum and bass, liquid drum and bass, so See, there's no transitions, no nothing. It's just concepts, a conceptual stage right now. Nice. Okay, so, and yeah, it's going to keep looping and all of that sort of stuff, so 1 second. Okay, so yeah, that's the concept right now. Really can't go wrong with it. The concept so far. Yeah, nice sense of high energy. Yeah, no, thank you. Like, usually whenever I think about these sort of things, I'm like, okay, what can I get away with? Like, my personal remix style is like, I always think of the original. So what I mean by that is, like, I like to take elements of the original and make it sound very similar, but my own twist. So I get that because I used to do mashups, and the difference with mashups is like, when you put in 2 songs together into a remix, right? You want elements of both songs to blend, right? A good mashup is something that could take one element of one song and one element that's completely different from another song and make it merge as if it makes it sound as one, right? And that could either be vocals or ad-libs or, you know, the air candy, the transitions, not just the actual sound as well. Well, it can be the sound as well. I figured that with Dr. Wily's Castle, you need the 8-bit like melody. Like, that's a non-negotiable to me, right? And yeah, I'm going to take you through some Ableton Live 12 and see how this all works. I've been working with Ableton Live since Ableton Live 8. Very long time. So yeah, I'm going to show you what's going on. So first, the melody, right? And it's comprised with different, you know, MIDI tracks. And you know what, to make things so simple for me, I just go on VG Music, right? I go on VG Music and get the MIDI files from people that actually created them, and then rejig it for myself. It's cool to see more artists carefully hear the details of original songs. Yeah, no. You know what? I actually get that from dance games a lot, because with dance games, you gain more of an advantage if you know the intricacies of a song. So, you know, many people who do the step charting for the dance games, they always take musicality into account. So if you could hear the intricacies of songs and stuff, it really, like, you could embellish them quite a lot, you know? But yeah, I use VG Music a lot. I love that site. Sometimes the way people do their melodies and stuff is a bit awkward, so I have to go in and manually, like, fix it to the way I like it. But the majority of the time, it's really serviceable to me. They're really good, right? So with the main melody, it's not ripped from the actual game. Like, none of this is ripped from the actual game at all, right? I'm actually using, like, different synths for the sounds and stuff to recreate that, you know, that 8-bit sound, right? So I actually have, let's see. So for the square wave, this main square wave, I'll do it here. This is actually layered, right? And I'm using this little program here called Magical 8-Bit Plug. And it does a really good job of like giving that old school, you know, NES Game Boy sound. Its oscillators are based on that sort of stuff, so it's very easy for me to sort of like, you know, just get the MIDI and then just like, you know, bush it on. But most of the time the sound will be very muffled, so I have to sort of like reprocess it with other things. So to make it more dynamic a bit and make it sound as if it has like, you know, depth, I added a Korg M1. This is a legendary plugin and a legendary synth. If you remember, you know, Gypsy Girl from the 90s, it's very famous for the organ 2 sound. You know, it's a very classic sound. It's like I'll show organ 2 in a second, but I'm using this. I am using this sound. It's very faint, right? And then I just layer it on top. You can't really hear it now, but it adds depth. Cool. So that's the main kind of melody there. And then with the second part of the song, so I gave it a bit of delay, so it drags itself on. Maybe I could like bring the feedback a bit like lower the feedback a bit more. But yeah, this needed a lot of depth. So on its own with the delay, it's alright. But I wanted to get some detune going. I wanted to get more voices, more spread out. Like, you know, I wanted the sound to be more spread out. So this is where I use Serum 2. Very, very popular program here. It's like your common, you know, synthesizer that many EDM artists use. Very, 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 very good. You could produce quite a lot of things with this. But yeah, I just wanted one oscillator and then, you know, just detune it a tiny bit, give it a bit more unison, and then it gives a more rounded sound. It's pretty much the same sound as the magical 8-bit sound, but it gives it the width that I want. So yeah, had to do a few automations with the volume, or else, you know, when it overlaps it was going to be like much louder, and I didn't want that. So it's pretty much so it may seem like it's like the sawtooth, the second part is very like louder, very much louder, but in the context of the actual song, it's like, you know, it's it feels level, you know. It's weird. Yeah, did that? Yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I'm explaining very well. But yeah, you heard the depth, right? So that's a mix between the detune and the delay that's given the depth. Usually when it comes to music, it's all about balance, you know. It's like you know, you want stuff to be dead on center. Like you have the stereo field, right? It's actually better for me to actually visualize it really. What can I use to visualize? Oh, I have image on here. Elements. Would I use elements? Oh, I might as well use elements. Whatever. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so in this plugin, you have a vector scope right here, right? And this gives you a reading of what the sound spread is doing, right? So you have mono and then you have stereo, right? So mono keeps the song centered, right? It translates to all systems, where if anything is mono straight down the middle, you could hear it on every single system, like bar none, right? It's just there. It's like it's your backbone, right? And then you have the left and right stereo field, which adds space to the left and right channels, right? And your goal basically is to get a balance where you're not getting any negative energy, right? And like if the energy of the song is negative, what it means is like it sounds weak and all of the sound is pushing to the sides, leaving no depth, right? So for example, if I was to do, let me think, I'll do the pad, right? So the pad, I'm using a Korg Triton. Korg Triton is similar to the Korg M1. Really, really cool, like 90s plugin. So if I do something like, it's a very 90s sound, right? The 90s pad, right? And I gave it an auto pan so it moves from left to right. Now if I go into the imager, see, you can see it bouncing left and right, right? And you have this thing right here. I don't know if you can see it properly, but you have this thing bopping up and down. And this tells you whether, you know, how negative and how stable, no, how positive and how stable the actual song is. So, you know, if it's on -1, it's gonna sound like shit, basically. God, Windows updates there, oh there. Such a cool and fun plugin. No, I've got many of these kind of plugins. Like, you know, it's I'll explain stuff later, but yeah, you usually use these tools to give you like an accurate assessment of the songs that, you know, that yeah, it gives you an accurate assessment of the song that you're making, and if it will translate to all systems, or, you know, how balanced the actual audio is. Because, you know, just because it might sound good on one PC or one audio system doesn't mean it's going to work on every other one, right? So this gives you a nice idea of, you know, how balanced it is, right? So that shows you the stereo spread. But if I was to do the bass now, so I've got a sub bass. You probably won't hear this if you have, you know, if you don't have any headphones or whatever, but I'm gonna solo this. And this sub bass is based on the Akai S950 test tone. This was very prominent in the 90s. It was basically a big massive like machine that had, like, you know, a lot of, it's like a sampler kind of thing. It's like a big massive sampler, right? And its test tone, it had a test tone, right? So to make it sure if the thing was working, you had like separate oscillators inside the thing, inside the machine and stuff, and it had a sine test tone, right? It's like completely for free, right? And then yeah, it's like everyone used that back in the 90s. It was really crazy. It has a nice warm kind of thing. So I'm playing it right now. You probably won't hear it if you are not wearing headphones. But if I go back into the imager software now, it's dead center. Dead center, right? And that gives the stability you want, right? That's what the bass is there for most of the time, right? And what people do with the bass now is that with the bass, you want to give it more warmth. You want to spread that out. You want to spread the mono signal into a stereo one where everyone could actually hear it. And this is usually a problem when it comes to people like wearing small headphones and stuff, like those crappy AirPods or whatever. I think they're absolute trash. But you know, you want people to hear your bass, right? So what people usually do, especially in drum and bass, is that they use a thing called a respace, right? And respace is a very warm, it's very wide, and you know, it gives the bass character. So I've layered the respace on top of the sub. This is the sub on its own, and you use equalizer plugins to manipulate the stereo field of the whole track, right? Or the whole sound. And sound is measured by kilohertz. And this is a representation of the sound, right? And yeah, I basically cut this low end because the sub occupies the low end. That gives the energy. And this is with it both together. So now you'll probably be able to hear it now properly. And this is what it's doing with the bass. That's cool, right? It's giving it stability, right? Add that with the pads. And you see it's keeping relatively in between. So yeah, that's the bass. But the bass is not finished yet, right? Because in the original song, it was more or less an arpeggio kind of feeling. It was like I need to go into this manually and, you know, break it up, because this MIDI makes it go like it's like it's not taking a break. So this is what it sounds like. And this is the legendary Organ 2 sound from the Korg M1. Legendary sound, the Korg M1 Organ 2. If I was to bring this up an octave, you could now hear what the sound is. That's been used in many classics over the years. So, but yeah, I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to fit this with the overall bass. And yeah, I'm just figuring it out. I need to fix the MIDI because I want it to sort of like, you know, space everything out a tiny bit. It's going too like to me, and it's not giving itself a bit of a break. It needs rhythm, right? So altogether, it just sounds, you know, if I do this. So I just need to break these up. It's like, you know, if I could put one space in between every, you know, little bit, it will be fine. So that's the bass, right? But what is bass without the drums, right? And drums is probably the hardest thing to do, to get right at least. I actually, you know, already mixed and processed the drums. I like to mix the drums first to give overall tone, because most of the time when you're doing drums and you're putting samples in and stuff, it sounds really muffled, it sounds really awkward, it has no tone, it has no warmth, it has no, you know, it feels weird to me. So I tend to sort of like lay everything out first. I go into session view, just, you know, play around with the samples and stuff, and then see what works. And then this is what it sounds like, I guess. And usually it's all about layering. So I like to layer just random stuff. Sometimes I like to, you know, get individual cuts from these samples and then layer it exactly so it's more cohesive. But what I find is like, I love, you know, just layering all the different parts and then EQing them out, carve the space for different sounds and stuff. But that takes a bit of time trying to find the right samples. And then usually in liquid drum and bass these days, it's very, very spacious. Whereas, you know, back in the days, you would probably have one dominant break sample that's very warm and has a lot of shuffle. And what I'd like to do is sort of like, you know, get all elements of these old breaks, like the Amon break, the Fink break, and other ones. And I'd like to sort of like, you know, make the transients much lower so it feels more spaced. But then I could actually, you know, space out the shuffling and, you know, carve out different sounds within them. So it sort of like breaks everything up into the shuffle. So if I was to do like this, it's basically 3 common breaks kind of mixed together, and then they're sort of like on different like parts of the stereo field also. So, you know, this is slightly to the left, this is slightly to the right, and this is just a tiny bit to the right. But altogether, you get that. And then I just carved out like the EQ to make way for the main kick. And then the main kick, and usually with the main kick, you'd want to sort of like transpose it a tiny bit, like transpose it a few semitones up, just so it could musically match with the song itself. But yeah. And yeah, doing this is very like for me it's the hardest part, because it could all go wrong with the drums. If your drum sounds flat, the song sounds dead basically. And yeah, go through a processing chain where I got like, you know, this thing, sausage fattener. It's like a compressor and you know, a saturator. And then I have the EQ here, and just carve out a bit of the frequency here and put a main saturator here where I'm saturating the high end so it sounds more crisp. And then I have this old school thing where I have a filter. You just feed in the sound here and then, you know, just pair back the bandwidth and the filter so it makes it sound as if it sounds very like kind of old school sounding, right? Very like warmish. Then I have a glue compressor to compress the sounds together so it's not too dynamic, or else if it's too dynamic it's going to cause problems later on with the mixing, whereas your sound will jump way too much, you know, and you want to keep it level. Another EQ just to pass out some harsh frequencies at the high end, and a drum bus that takes care of some of the transients. This drum bus is really good for transients. I'm like, oh, god damn. So damn, you know. So that's my processing chain, really. And with the drums and the bass, yeah. But on its own, it sounds alright, I think. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And then yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on, really. And you know, like altogether it just sounds like, but the levels are still a bit weird, so you know, there's still a lot more to work on. But yeah, hopefully. Oh wait, hold up a second, I just figured something out. This is way too loud. Way too loud. Let me just do a little bit of tinkering. Some live mixing, man. Okay, so what this needs, I need to push it back, but I don't want to push it back using volume, like the actual track volume. So what I'll use is a little plugin called ML Distance, and it gives it pushes the sound backwards and diffusing it at the same time. So it makes it sound like as if it's moving further away. Now I have to do this in context with the pad at least. Yeah, goodie. Yeah, that's it. Let me save that quickly. But yeah, this is what I'm working on so far. Usually I do other methods and everything. But yeah, like maybe I could just like do breakdown streams of like past remixes and see what's going on. At least that will give me a bit of content, you know. But yeah, but this is what I've been working on for the past day or two. I do have, you know, my Sonic remix that I've actually finished, and I already exported it and everything. But I'm going to literally like, I'm gonna keep that on the DL. It's a cool song. I like it. I don't know if people are going to like it that much, but it should be okay. It's a good, way to sneak my way back. You know. But yeah, I just wanted today to just, take some time to see where the channel is going and, you know. Oh no, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'll probably stick on stream on Twitch anyways, because I want to play some games. I want to play some bit, but I don't know what to play. We'll see. But I could give like, let me see. I don't want to go into my recent set, or so people will know what it is that I've worked on. Damn it. No, I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, that was just a tiny breakdown. What I need to do is all the Air Candy stuff. So all the transitions and stuff, it goes into this FX chain, this FX bus, I mean. And yeah, after all the effects and stuff are done, it makes everything sound very fluid, very, chill, very, very complete, I should say. But yeah, if I have writer's block also, I usually have Scalar to help me. So Scalar is this thing where I could actually create chords and stuff. This plugin is really cool. Like I just go into genre and then just pick ambient or something. Ambient 1. And then make a chord progression or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not, but most of the time, like I only go to Scalar if Fiji music doesn't work and I have to do things completely by scratch. So I think the one time I've completely done something from scratch is Expedition 33. The remix I did for that, I did that completely by ear. Really time consuming. Because even though I know a tiny bit about music theory, my piano skills is absolute trash. So I haven't played my piano in quite a while, so very long. It's trying to get all the MIDI in, trying to get all the expression in, because I think expression is very important. Because you have people that goes in the park and play piano pieces and stuff, but they play either too quick or too slow, and there's no dynamics in their sound, so it's all static and it's just ding 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 rather than that kind of stuff. I don't know. But yeah, very odd. And yeah, man. But yeah, creating music's fun, man. That's all I'll say. Creating music is very fun, and I stopped doing it for a while because I needed some time, and obviously I'm back. I got it took me 3 months to figure shit out, but now I'm here. I'm ready to work, and yeah. Let me know what remixes you want to hear. If anyone's on the stream, right? Because I don't know who's on the stream. I put my my view counter off or whatever, so I don't know who's in the stream or whatever. But please let me know what songs you want to hear, or like what songs you want me to try and remix. It will be quite fun, right? Oh God. Wait, let me see my YouTube channel. Hold on. See if it's working properly. Oh, it's working properly. Nice. Yeah, you'll have to think about that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like not now. Don't need to do it now, but um yeah. I kind of need suggestions now because all the ones that I really want to do or wanted to do, I've pretty much done. But but yeah. So like I said, with auto my audaCore channel moving forward, uh, this is the state of play I'm going to do, right? Just to remind myself. So I'm going to purge quite a few of my videos on the channel that are not doing that well. I'm going to purge the Retro Mix album because that's the one that's been like destroying my channel anyways. But I'll keep the link up in the descriptions of all of my other whatever for that particular album. I'm gonna redo the thumbnails and then hopefully give the channel a bit more of a better identity. I'm going to use my TikTok. Oh my God, I'm such a millennial, man. Like, I can't use TikTok like properly. I don't know how to use that stuff, but I'm going to try. I'm going to use YouTube Shorts, and I want to actually create my Discord server. I actually set it up the Discord server already. It's just that there's literally nothing in it. So I have to sort of like do a little bit of background checking and see what I could do with that, and then let people know like when I come on and stuff. But what I do plan to do actually is like do these little breakdowns of the songs that I've actually done and what I could actually fix just by hearing it back again. I think that will make good content, you know, like going to my past remixes and then seeing what I could do better than before. But the problem with that is that because of the Ableton Live um versions and like me being on a newer PC than before, like quite a few plugins would be, off. So like I wouldn't be able to know like what sound is what because the plugins wouldn't be available and stuff. So that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. Who knows? Um, but yeah, this is basically a declaration of war where I'm like saying to myself, Shane, it's time. It's time to level up now. It's time to get to like part two of the plan. Part one was my health. Part two is internal fulfillment, you know, and get my work out there and then let people know. That's it, man. And then see how I do until next year and then compare myself. It's going to take a lot of time, but it's a challenge, you know. That's how I have to think of it, like. Oh, and also I'm going to change my Twitch username to S2K audaCore, not S2K Teddy. I'm ditching the Teddy. Yes, I'm gonna do S2K audaCore. But I won't do that for quite a while. But it's coming. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to remind myself to do it. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but like I slashed my, I was using a razor, and then yeah, I got like plaster here. So if you're wondering, you know, I'm not trying to cosplay Nelly or something, you know, but you know, and that's reference to what you saying, Nirvanos. That's reference to you, man. Damn it. It's not my fault. No, well, it is my fault, but like, you know, like it's getting hard in here, you know. But yeah, I wanted to keep this stream relatively short anyways. I am going to bugger off. I'll probably like stream something since I've got the stream set up right now. I'll probably like stream more on Twitch, but for now I'm going to cut the YouTube. So yeah, um, all the people who watch on YouTube, thank you for watching, and you know, I'm I'm back, I guess. You know, I'll probably do another post on YouTube just to say that I'm back and everything, just to, you know, establish that, you know, I'm actually here. But yeah, I'm going to go off some and play some games. If you want me, if you want to watch me like play some games, uh, come to Twitch, and then I'm on S2K Teddy, all one word. So yeah, gonna probably play Absalom because I've been playing it way too much on my emulation handheld and neglecting the Steam version. So I'll probably play that because I love Absalom. Absalom is god tier now. Oh my god. Oh, game is too good. Oh, and I've been playing too much Path of Exile 2 also, and I want to play some K-pop also. So, but yeah. For now, YouTube, take care, and yeah, thank you for watching. Um, yeah, till next time. Peace.